Let's have your attention, please. Let's make this move on. So, the next act is, as I said, a class act.
Yes.
And when you're talking the class of 1981, I think this person...
Sorry.
Sorry.
Detention.
Where's that?
Should we send her out? No.
Spell us off it.
I've always been soft.
Get the floor.
He just said you can stay in if you're good.
Right.
Oh.
Right. We need to pay attention.
Okay. The next act is a class act.
Yes.
When we talk about the class of 1981, this person epitomises it. He was there for us, he taught us, he was amazing as our football coach, and he now comes with us tonight, not just bringing food, but bringing the nourishment of urban poetry.
Yes.
May I, as the man who feels most qualified coming from Cheetham Hill, welcome the legend that is Mr. Saf Malik, the Cheetham Poet!
As you know, for a number of years I've been performing, and Cheetham Festival, and even the Cathedral. And just before I go on, what do I have to follow? Well, last 2 years, a 12-year-old Ukrainian boy. My God, is he brilliant? And I've had to follow him, you know, on education. Now, how do I follow? My boy's here. How do I follow that?
Girls.
You love boys?
Surely he's 13 now. You were brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and the timing was impeccable. You know what they say about comedy? Number 1 rule of comedy, timing. Number 2 rule of comedy,
Timing.
number 3 rule of
Material.
You need to have a word with Andy White and then fade anything.
I've just said actually that whenever somebody give a bollock into the class about being late and so on, the latecomers were never there. You were. Anyway, a couple of things always happen to me, right? And I like to put markers into my book. And it was only a few minutes ago I noticed what it said on there. You know, 3x plus 4y equals 12.
Oh, simultaneous.
And then I thought I'd have a look at another one, and that's the start of a graph there.
Oh.
So I don't know where they came from. Now, I put together my book because it saved me carrying hundreds of bits of paper, which I'd have to shuffle and never get to it. Anyway, with the book, all I do is just open a page and just read from it. Right? But I gave it a bit more thought today. Now, occasion like this, you go up and you go down, you know, so you get emotional and then you get, so there are highs and lows. So now for the low moments. I did have another story, by the way, right? If I go shopping, I can't find anything. I'll go through a clothes shop, but if I see a pair of trousers and I like them, I buy 2 or 3 pairs, then I never have to go and shop again. And then I realised that today, I'll just show you this, my great niece bought me that, my son bought me that, stepson bought those, and I won't show you my underpants yet.
You did remember to put them on, didn't you?
Just about. Clean ones. Because Jacko was driving.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Brilliant name, yeah.
Good save.
Women drivers.
Well.
Oh, sorry.
When you get in on a bit, there are all sorts of things that come in your mind. And one day I'm sat there and this is what flowed out. Okay? and it's called Thoughts Within Run Deep. Surrounded by a loving family one moment, feeling inner loneliness the next. Thoughts within running deep. To kill the pain, freely applying deep heat. Thoughts of serious issues avoided. Feelings of inner loneliness bounded. Thoughts within still run deep. In God I trust from morning till I sleep. Grandchildren show unconditional love and affection. Momentarily I suspend thoughts of inner loneliness. Thoughts within run deep. Those around me run around catering for my every need. Running around the soccer fields with my buddies I reminisce. Still I feel thoughts of inner loneliness. Thoughts within run deep. Life now seems to be like a mountain so steep. Watching a good old Western movie momentarily uplifts. Not far are feelings of inner loneliness. Thoughts within run deep. As the baddies one by one are gunned down to sleep. I'm a young man of nearly 65. Thoughts of inner loneliness are dismissed and cast aside. Thoughts within run deep, and I pack my suitcase. I get out into the beautiful world and enjoy its diverse taste. You can applaud. I always try to bring a funny in, when, you know, even if it's just one line. And sometimes, you know, the rest is just leading up to that moment, right? What Neil did wasn't easy, by the way. What he wrote was not easy. I can tell you that now. Yeah. And the other thing is that to actually write it and then read it takes some courage, because you say, I didn't like it, and there are doubts, and I tell you what I do, right? I know where the toilets are at the cathedral, not many people do. I'm there 23 times before reading, you know. Okay, now, you know me well, and you know I haven't got a note in mind, right? So I'll need help with this. So when we get to the end, there's a bit we need to do, okay? So hopefully this will bring you up a little bit. And it's called It's Only Rock and Roll. No? It's only rock and roll. Bill Haley rocked around the clock. Elvis Presley wiggled his hips to Jailhouse Rock. Otis Redding sat on dock of the bay. Rock and roll was here to stay. This music raised the beat to your heart's desire. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. Good golly, Miss Molly from Little Richard. Softer UK rock, music from our very own Cliff Richard. Influence of this sound spread. David Gates got in the act with Bread. Baby I Want You, and hits with If too. Mick Jagger, Keith Richards are still going very strong, performing around the world their old and new songs. Ronnie Wood on bass guitar, replacing Bill Wyman, you can tell apart. Big bands tour across the nations, playing in huge football stadiums. Coldplay in Rio playing in a packed house. Have you heard of Crowded House? Deep Purple pushed out heavy rock. Bands took notice and took stock. Arrived on the scene, Stone Roses. It's the one-armed drummer from Guns N' Roses. The Stones sang, It's Only Rock and Roll, but I like it. It's only rock and roll, but I like it. But the Quo sang,
and I like it, 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 I know. Rock it all over the world.
once more I think.
And I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it,
picked out to read to you was called Our Nobby. Now, most of you got the book. It's Nobby Styles, right?
Please do it.
And sorry?
Please do it.
Yeah, do it.
And the reason why I backed up from doing was I thought it's mainly the football crowd that like it.
Well, we like it.
But from a popular demand,
Yep.
Yes. And we love the word nobby.
Just you. Say that dress like that. You should say that dress like that. Like that.
Yeah, sorry.
That's why I say
Yeah,
it.
which nobby do you like and nobby?
What do you got?
now, just tell you a couple of things, right? Okay, and I want to set the record straight about football, right? Most of our games are Wednesday after school, right, or a Saturday, right? And there were people in this room, right, at least one, didn't see him on a Monday, didn't see him on a Tuesday. Now, I don't know what Paul Baird did in his registers, but anyway, I don't know whether he was in on Thursday, but he always made it till on Wednesday. Well done, Neil.
That's commitment.
Commitment. One day.
And Albert girls.
I digress just slightly for a moment. Somebody mentioned Mark Wayne, right? And we went through a spate of teachers which were replacing the male PE teacher. You just couldn't get them, right? Anyway, we had one who was a bit surly, and he was.
Mr. Albert.
Sorry?
Mr. Albert.
No. It was a temporary guy. Anyway, during PE, Mark, right, Flatesy, throws a medicine ball at him when he weren't looking. Right? Now, typical Mark, right? Anyway, they must have had words, and when he couldn't get any change out of Mark, this guy went to the head, you know, and said, blah, 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 you know, Mark's done this. And Mark, right, I don't know what happened, but anyway, Speller came to me and said, look, Mark's done this, and this guy wants you to drop it from the football team. I said, look, I'll sort this out. So Friday training, right, Friday 4 o'clock, we haven't got the downstairs gym and we've got the upstairs gym. Now, I don't know how it is about gymnasiums, but in the corner, there are always mats piled up.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a quiet word with Mark, right? And I said, Mark, you threw that ball, you stupid boy, you shouldn't have done that, right? And you know what he said to me? He said, what are you going to do about it? Anyway, he ran off and I chased him all round the thing, all round the gymnasium. He's laughing his socks off because I'm chasing him. I'm now out of breath, right? So the best bit was, and this really sums all you up, he went and laid down on the mats, and while I spanked him.
It's a bit like debonair. We had a teacher at St Clair's like that.
You know someone.
I was spanked.
Get it off the chest.
Anyway.
Right, I'm going to get on to our nobby.
Here we go then.
Some say a short football man wearing a shirt with sleeves longer than his arms. The shirt failing to hide his sticking out little tongue. But he always got there to give the ball a right thump. Off the field, a likeable man, until he took out the dentures and displayed his fangs. Wore thick spectacles with black frames. Wore strong lenses during the games. Hovering in front of the back four, preventing the Eusebios of this world to score. Ran to tackle ferociously, legs flying, leaving the attacker flat out on the ground laying. Picking Nobby ahead of Mullery in the team. Critics warned Ramsey the World Cup is just a dream. Ramsey was stubborn beyond belief. Good that players bought into the plan to Ramsey's much relief. For Nobby, Ramsey had a plan to protect the defence and tackle as only he can. Ramsey instructed win the ball, Nobby, then give it to Bobby. Bobby Johnson was the team's architect. For the two centre halves, Nobby was there to protect. Plan worked like a treat. Not till much later, Nobby and the boys realised their feat. Claude Makelele role in front of back four, credited with inventing this role. We know better than that, it was our Nobby, breaking up opposition attacks to feed Bobby. For club and country, Nobby played the same role, winning world and European cups, gilded with gold. At United, Nobby had in front the Holy Trinity. That's Law, Best, Charlton, the Saintly. United played open, attacking and attractive football. Nobby's role was crucial in winning back the ball. United and England, Nobby served. For his health from the game and nation, our Nobby much more deserved.
When we went to Blackpool and we lost somebody.
Oh yeah.
I love that story.
You know, when you take a trip out, the head drills you. Have you done this? Have you done that? Right? And I had a perfect system, right? I had a jam jar, and I'd all the return slips. I would put in the jam jar, and whatever was left over the money, and take it with us. Anyway, we get into Blackpool. Everybody's in the coach, or bus it was. Anyway, one person missing. Now, that's when you start to bring, really bring. Now, bearing in mind, you all must have been third year, 14 maybe at the most. Anyway, I start to ring this person's mother, right, eventually I rang. And I said, I was about to say, well, we can't find, I know I did say, I can't find Andy. And the reply I got was, oh, he's here with me.
He got bored and got the train home.
He got bored and went home on the train home. Folks, just finally from me, thank you very much. And dare I say, making an old man very happy today.
I'll second that.
You made us very happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Food is fantastic.
Oh,
Oh, look at you. Did you borrow
Can I just say that, just in case anyone was wondering, SAS book is still for sale. If anyone would like it, pop it. It's fantastic.
Can I just say to you, thank you to you all. But the good news is that apparently, right, if you Google it, you only need to sell about 400 copies to get in the top 10.
Wow.
And I reckon that we've sold about nearly 200 or just over 200.
Yeah.
I think it's about 220, something like that. And the reason why we're not in the top 10 is because you have to go through an official count, right? There are people who do that through various channels. And ours have been sold through people that you know. So we've kept it local, right?
Yeah.
And all the money has gone to charity.
Oh.
Fantastic.
So thank you. Well, thank you to you guys. Thank you to you all. You have a candidate, very big candidate.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. My book's out next week.
Yeah. Colouring book.
Yeah, you will.
I don't got it yet. I proofread it.
That's
That's a
He's
picture.
got the numbers out.
That's a
Numbers in
picture.
1 to 10.
Page 1.
Does anyone know where
Andy is.
News.
Yeah.
He's gone to blow his nose, I think.
Tina, Jacko.
Oh,
Jacko's second
Oh,
space.
I've got.
Especially enough.
I
still have a big cheese. Especially enough.
They're not coming out as three ugly sisters.
So we got one more act and then we can dispersed in the way that we would like to. Do whatever you want. Chill, take it easy, have a drink. Let's get this, whatever.
Get the music.
Have an early night.
Yeah.
Have an early
Early
night. Only 5 to 10.
So who are we waiting for?
Dinner.
Dinner.
But it'd be nice to see you.
Okay, no, I'm in Fred.
I don't know.
See, we're in London, no in
It's just stuck in traffic.
10 o'clock. No,
What's
Cat's still.
that?
Probably shit-faced in that book.
Probably.
It's all can't find it. Can't find it.
It's about 10 o'clock.